Hi, my name is Greta Boziers. I own the company Computer Skills for Africa, and this is about a school curriculum that we have put together for grade R to 12. But today I'm going to concentrate on grade R to 7, primary school. The curriculum is based on skills. We concentrate on skills. Where did we get these skills? Well, we got them from the international computer syllabi, like the ICDL and the IC3, and then also from the Department of Education's CAP statements and SAQA unit standards. That's where we got the skills from. That's where we based the curriculum on. This is very structured. So here is a screenshot of a spreadsheet that we've made where all the skills are listed and all the activities are listed so that I know which skill is addressed in which activity, and that they are introduced, that they are practiced, that they are assessed. There are about 60 activities per grade, each addressing certain skills, and we know exactly which ones have been done and which ones we still have to address. There is a learning plan. You see on the left here is a grade 3 learning plan. The teacher then fills in how long this is going to take, because she will have practiced this activity and when she will do this. In other words, we've given you a skeleton and then you fill it in according to what you think is suitable for your learners. On the right is just a skills list, and then you can see what we're going to be addressing in which category. The content for these activities is taken from all the subjects. So you can't just teach a skill for the sake of a skill. You need to have some meat around it, and the meat is taken from all the subjects. Here is an example of an activity in grade 1 where they need to drag and drop. So in other words, they need to drag the head of the lion and take it to the body of the lion, and the head of the tiger to the body of the tiger. Also on top here, you will see Noah Daly. That doesn't make any sense. They need to drag the letters to the correct place, provided of course that they can recognize letters. Thinking about grade 1s, can they do it? Can they not do it? Here you have a completed activity, so it will spell lion head if they have done that correctly and all the animals look right. We give completed activities to the teachers, not to the children, so that the teachers can see what we are actually after. Here is an activity for grade 3, and it is in Excel. So we will address word processing, we will address spreadsheets, PowerPoint, internet and email in the different Microsoft packages in Office 365. Here they need to count and enter the number in a cell. So in other words, you're already instilling that idea that Excel is used for numbers. However, they just need to count 1, 2, 3 and write the number 3 in the cell. Here you will have a completed activity. So the example will show you that they have put in the number 7 in the cell. In grade 3, however, we have now taught them to type a formula in the formula bar. So it is equal to 3 plus 4, and Excel will calculate that this is 7. Just a little bit more difficult. Here is an activity for grade 6 where we introduce graphics. well, we've done it before, but they are using graphics now extensively, and they are applying these new skills and putting them all in PowerPoint. Here is an example of a completed activity. Somebody has done all the examples here. This is an example of a teacher's guide. So this is a book printed for the teacher. Only one, only for the teacher. The children do not get a book. The children only work on the computers. However, you'll see here on the first section it says activities, and those are the things, the instructions that the teacher will give to the children. At the bottom part it says software tips. In other words, we explain to the teacher how to do this. Not all the teachers know all the tricks, and that's fine. They can just learn along with the children. And here is sum of eggs. You'll see that the software tips are quite extensive. We explain properly. Here in the circus, again, there's 2 pages of software tips. So there's no need to have an expert at the school who already knows everything. In fact, we try to avoid that. Rather have a willing person who's also discovering these new things. That's far more exciting. Of course, you can't teach without assessing. So there is a challenge 2.4. In other words, this is for grade 2 in the 4th unit. We call them units. If you have 4 terms, then you would do unit 1 in term 1, unit 2 in term 2, and so forth. In other words, this is the end, the challenge of grade 2 at the end of the year. And they just need to move the things along. Move the cell with the word next to the correct picture. So the teacher needs to observe the work and fill in the assessment sheets. In the higher grades, 5, 6, and 7, the children will be required to save it, so the teacher can assess the work afterwards. But if it hasn't been saved, like in grade 1 and 2 and 3, then the teacher will need to observe and just do ticks when it has been completed properly. Another example of a challenge for grade 7 in the 2nd unit. Of course, we also give admin files. In grade 1 here you have activities, and you have admin, then you have completed activities. Under admin there's a skills list, so you know which skills have been addressed. There is the assessment sheet that you need to fill in as teacher. There is a class list, so you can tick which has been done, and a learning plan, and also a logbook of teaching. These are just templates, help files. If you want to use them, you can. Here's an example of a class list. So on the left, in the first column, you would type in the names of the children. And then you would tick, 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 when and if that child has indeed completed that activity. Then you have an overview of what has been done. In the assessment sheets, we're using 1, 2, 3, and 4. As a level, so you can score a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4. On the first sheet here you will see instructions, and then you'll see name list, then you'll see worksheet 1, worksheet 2, worksheet 3. There is a certification program for everybody from grade R to 12. Computer Skills for Africa can issue a certificate provided that the person has 75% or more. For grade 7s, they could actually write the e-learner certificate because their skills are exactly the same. For grade 8 to 12, the high school can write the real ICDL. Those modules that we offer contain all the skills for ICDL. They can write those international exams. This is an example of a Computer Skills for Africa certificate for grade 7 computer skills. In addition to all the admin files, all the activities, all the completed activities, we give also some free software. This might come in handy when you've got extra time, or sometimes it's actually incorporated like Scratch. Scratch is a software that teaches them to program, to think like a programmer, and it's absolute fun. It is so nice. Let me tell you about the license fee. So being software, this comes with a license fee, and it's on an annual basis. So per grade, you would pay 975 Rand for the whole year if you're buying it for a few grades. If you want to buy it for grade R to 7, there's a package deal for 7,000 Rand and 20. So that's for a whole year. This is real value for money. You get one teacher's guide per grade. What happens now after the 365 days? Then you actually choose whether you want to upgrade. In other words, you will get new books and a new flash drive with files, or you can renew. When you renew, you only pay half, you pay 50%. When you upgrade, you're going to pay 80%. So in other words, we give you 20% discount. Now, this renewing at half price, you can do that 2 years in a row. After that, we want you to upgrade, because then your stuff is old. In other words, as an overview, the top here with the green stars is always an upgrade. So after your first year, you can go upgrade. After that, you can go upgrade again. And your choice is to do renewal. You can go upgrade or renew. When you go choose renew and again renew, that's where we stop you and we say, now listen, it's time to do an upgrade. Okay. Just to summarize this again, the license works for one school regardless of the number of learners or computers. There has to be an annual license fee. Either you upgrade with 20% discount, or you renew with 50% discount, and that you can do 2 years in a row. If you want to start, let's say in term 3, you can do a quarterly payment, and then in January start with an annual fee. It just makes more sense that way. This is an overview of all the books. You'll see on the left the modules for the high school. You'll see in the middle there the grade R to 7, and then when you buy the package, we also give you posters. The posters come in any case on your CD or on your flash drive. Please download the samples from our website and try them out for yourself. This is really nice, guys. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.